Hello everybody. My name's Renee and this is my cash stuffing journey. If you're new here, thank you so much for taking a chance and clicking on my video. I hope you decide to like, subscribe and stick around for a while. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your ongoing support. So today we are doing a shout out Sunday, and I'm sorry I flaked out last week, but I just got so busy and we kind of weren't feeling that great. So I took a bit of a break. So this week, I'm just pulling out my notebook. We are doing trying to find somewhere to put this where I can see it, but it's not in camera. Okay, so today we are doing Budget with Lizzie, and when I'm doing this, she's at 499 subscribers, so she's so close to that 500 mark. Her aim is to pay off debt. She does monthly calendars, monthly budgets, weekly budgets, cash stuffing, savings challenges, sinking funds updates, and debt payment plans. She has beautiful prop bills. They are so beautiful. And the coolest calculator on the face of the planet. It like folds over. It's so cool. And she loves butterflies. She has them all over her binders, on her envelopes, and her envelopes for her no spend challenge are so beautiful. She does not, I don't think she has a Etsy store, not one that I could find. And she had a really cool storage option for her binders. They're all in like a tub, and then she just pulls them in and out. She swaps envelopes in and out. And it was really interesting to see someone with such a flexible budget. Like, she was taking envelopes in and out, swapping them around. And I found that really fun. Due to my anxiety, I kind of need structure and things to be consistent and the same, so it was really fun to see someone who was a bit more flexible. I mean, it gave me a little bit of a heart attack, but I enjoyed it. So I'm really looking forward to watching her channel going forward. Then the next one is Budget with Mads, and she is a UK budgeter with a low income. Her goal is to save £200 per month, which I think is an amazing goal. She has the cutest little charms in her budget binders. They're like little tiny key rings, but it's like things like avocados and kittens and things like that. They're really cool. She does have an Etsy store, and that is Cute Crafts Gallery 22. And something we both share in common is we both hate going into the bank. We avoid it like the plague. I really hate going into the bank. It's a really big hassle. The staff in there are amazing and I love speaking to them, but actually physically going into the bank, it's a really big hassle for me. She also has a floofy diva cat. If you have been around for a while, you know that Lexi will come and visit me. She doesn't give a dang about your opinion or the fact that I'm filming. She just does what she wants when she wants, and she's a big floofy cat. And she also has one. It's named Phoebe. She works in a law office, and she actually got to do something really interesting. She got to sit in court one day and just listen to all of the trials. I have done that actually myself. When I was in high school, excuse me, I wanted to be a journalist, and if I didn't want to be a journalist, I was going to be an archaeologist, and if I couldn't do that, I was going to do teaching of history and English. Completely different to what I do now, but as part of my student placement, like my work experience, I got to volunteer at a local newspaper, and one of the days I was there, we went and sat in on a court day, and it was kind of boring but then kind of interesting at the same time. Like, it was just a lot of standing around and waiting, but it was interesting to see how the whole process worked, and then go back and write some articles on it. So I really enjoyed that about her channel. I couldn't purchase anything off her Etsy store, only because the shipping was a bit too much for me right now, and from what I could see, there wasn't any digital items. Hopefully that changes in the future. I would love to support her store, but I really enjoyed watching her videos. And then there is the aesthetic doctor, the aesthetic dollar, sorry. And oh my god, her channel is so beautiful. Like the whole, just how she's got it laid out, her binders. To me, that is like minimalistic. And I wish I was a minimalist. I really, really do. But I have a real big anxiety of needing something and not having it, because I kind of grew up where when something ran out, it ran out. And my parents tried their absolute hardest. Like, they made sure we had all of the necessities. I'm not talking about like like food and things like that, although that was tight sometimes. But it was just, I just have a really big fear of running out of things. So I often hoard things. And it's not necessarily healthy, and I'm trying to work my way through that. But I think at heart I would love to be a minimalist, but it's just not. My anxiety's like, girl, who you kidding? Who you playing? So I try and find a healthy balance, but it's a work in progress. But everything was just so beautiful, and I wish I could be like that. And maybe one day that can be a goal, to be a bit more of a minimalist. But and she started budgeting in 2020. She does and she started cash stuffing in 2021, after her and her husband did a budgeting like class at their local church. They have 4 children and big financial goals, so they are focusing really, really hard on achieving those goals. And something I found really, really interesting, she was in a video, she was just talking, and she just casually mentions that she goes into a grocery store and buys fireworks. Like, what the heck is with that? That is so friggin' cool. I live in the state of New South Wales in Australia, and it is illegal to buy fireworks. We cannot get them here. You need to be specially licensed and trained and qualified, and I wouldn't even know where to get them, to be honest. I think they are legal in Canberra. Figures that wherever the politicians are, that's where they get all the cool stuff. But yeah, you can't, it's illegal here. So, and I think it's pretty much like that in many states in Australia, if not all of them. So if you live in a different state in Australia, let me know if fireworks are illegal in your state. I did buy something from her store. I was able to buy a digital item. She has a website, not an Etsy store. So I bought a $5 challenge. So I'm actually really enjoying the $5 challenges, and I'm actually going to use them to stuff my low priority savings goals. So I'm currently just started one, and I'm hoping that once I finish that one, I will start on this one. Okay, don't freak out, but I actually have a candle burning, and it just made a really funny sound. So if it catches on fire, let me know. Although, why am I talking to you like you're sitting next to me? Like, if it catches on fire, I'm going to know about it before you do. Jesus. Sometimes I forget that yous are not sitting in front of me and responding to me when I ask. Like, what? Anyway, so yeah, so I'm really looking forward to starting that one. Her website is the Aesthetic Doctor. Why do I keep saying doctor? It's the Aesthetic Dollar. Jeez, I'm gonna have all their information linked down below, so just go click on the link. Oh jeez. And then the final one is Mummy Budgets. Now, she is on their journey to financial freedom. She does cash stuffing budget with me's. And the amazing thing is her baby, well, he's probably not a baby, but her son also does cash stuffing, and each week she gives him an allowance, and he takes out money for that for he pays for his own subscription, which I think is amazing. And then he will cash stuff his savings challenges, which I think is really, really, really amazing. It is so awe-inspiring to see people who involve their kids in the whole cash stuffing and saving purpose. It's a goal I have for both William and Evelyn, and I'm really looking forward to that part of it. William is a really good saver. He generally doesn't spend money unless it's something he really, really, really wants. And he needs support around that stuff, so it'll mainly probably be Evelyn, but I'm still saving for William, and we're still teaching him about money and budgeting and stuff like that. But it's really, really, really amazing to see. And my son also pays for his own subscriptions, which is really good. And I also bought something from her. She does have an Etsy store. So this is the no day off. It says give each icon a value and save up for when if you run out of PTO. So I'm assuming that's personal time off, maybe. She's an American cash stuffer, so I'm assuming PTO is personal time off. I am in Australia, and I am really, really lucky that in my job I get 4 weeks annual leave, and I also purchase an additional 2 weeks. So every pay they take out a set amount, and that goes towards my leave, and then I get an extra 2 weeks over the year. And then we also get 15 days 15 days sick and personal leave and carers leave. It's kind of all clumped in together. But because my health has been so bad lately, I've pretty much gone through all of my personal leave, and and I also get 1 ADO a month, which is accrued day off. So at every month I get 1 day off. So I've kind of used all of my days. So I thought this would be an amazing challenge to do, for me to save up money, to have money in like a buffer for if I need to have a day off. I'd be like, you know what? I don't want to go into my annual leave days. I don't want to take it unpaid, so I will dip into my buffer. So I've actually calculated that for 1 day, I get $435 if I work at an 8-hour day. I'm a salaried employee, so I get the same amount no matter what I work. So I need $435 for a day. So I need 15. Each icon is going to be $15. And then when I've finished it, I'm actually going to, if you can see down the bottom, I'm not sure if you can see, but I've listed, like, for 1 day, it's $367. For 2 days, it's $734. For 3 days, it's $1,001. And I've gone all the way through until a month, which is $10,276. So that will be my ultimate goal, would be to have a month. But this is going to be like a long-term goal. It's not a priority. I'm not overly stressed about it, but it's something I'm going to work towards, and I really appreciate this savings challenge. So I'm actually looking forward to starting that one. And also, before I go, I also have my own launch. So it's been a while since I've introduced some new products, but I have some here. Let me just sort these out. I'm sorry, they're all jumbled up because they got everywhere. Okay, so this is going to be an extension of my board game one. This is dominoes. So what you do is you roll a dice. Whatever it lands on, you colour in the square. So for example, if it landed on a 1, I'd put 1 dot. If it landed on 6, I'd put 6. And that is what you save. You can roll it multiple times, so you can roll it twice. So say I rolled a 1 and a 6. You could either make it $7, you could make it $16, you could times 6 by 1. You could just each week just do 1. It's completely up to you, but I thought that would be a really cool extension of my board game set. The second one is on our $5 notes, and I'll show you. They have a serial number. Hopefully you can see that. You have a serial number. So this savings challenge is the Great Banknote Hunt, and it's the beginning number, the beginning letter of the serial number. So for example, for this note, it's an E, so I would color in an E. And for me, I'm going to do it in $5 notes, and each column would be $50, so you'd have $250 by the end of it. I thought it would be like a fun one for adults and kids, and like maybe something different to do for, like, instead of the flip a coin or roll the dice. So I'm excited about that. The Emerald Birthstone Savings, so that is for May. That's May's birthstone, so I've done that one. I did have a subscriber, Emily from Crazy Cracker Plans. She reached out and asked me to create an online shopping one, so I've done online shopping. And then I've actually mentioned I loved doing the 100 envelope savings challenge, but it was so hard. Like it just did not suit my budget. So especially now, what I've done is I've created a 100 envelope challenge pack with a twist. So you've got 1, 2, 5, 10 and 20. So there is 100 envelopes, each one is $1. So by the end of this one you'll have $100. By this one you'll have $2. So this one's for $2, and by the end of it you'll have 200. This one is for 500, and each one is $5. In this one, each envelope is $10, and you'll have 1,000 by the end. And then for this one, each envelope is $20, and you'll have 2,000. So I thought this would be a really interesting way for people to do the 100 envelope challenge, but also participate if they have a much lower budget or a much lower goal. And I thought that would be like a really fun thing to try. So I think I am gonna start that soon. And then the next one is goals. Now I really struggle with I'm always make to-do lists, but I have a lot of trouble following through. I get easily overwhelmed, I get very anxious, and then I get so anxious about being overwhelmed that I just don't start. So I was watching a YouTube channel, and her name is what's her name? Jordan Page. And she always has this saying, it's called job, just one bite. So it's breaking big tasks into little tiny achievable pieces. So I've actually created a savings challenge because I find I'm really motivated by savings challenge. If there's a savings challenge, I will do it. So I thought what I would do, and this was also inspired by a TikTok video, and I'll explain that in a minute. I'm going to write down a goal here. So for example, this might be as simple as cleaning out a drawer, or it could be going through a bag of clothes, it could be putting away a thing of laundry, it could be putting on a load of laundry, it could be cleaning off my desk, it could be cleaning one small portion of a lounge room, it could be like when Evelyn is playing, like her stuff goes everywhere, and because our house is so small, it makes the house extremely cluttered, and it can get messy. So it could be as simple as like picking up all of her stuffed toys or picking up all of her blocks. And then I thought I have a lot of trouble like making decisions. So I saw a TikTok video where she had a long list of stuff she had to do, and she rolled a Dungeons and Dragons dice, which it had like 20 sides, and whatever it landed on, that was the task she did. And I thought that was so brilliant because it takes the decision-making process off you. So I've linked it with a dice, and all you have to do is roll the dice, whatever it lands on, that's the task you complete. Once you've completed it, you tick it off, and you save however much that task was worth. So I thought this was a really good idea, and I'm actually going to start this and see how I go and see if it helps me cope with my anxiety a bit more. And then finally, this actually comes with a binder. So as you know, we are currently saving up for our home, and something that I have discovered is that it's not just the deposit you need. There is a whole range of other fees and costs that are involved in buying a home. So this is my shiitake mushrooms, we're buying a house. So I've actually made a binder, and based on my research, now this could be wrong, but because it's a bit confusing and there's no clear instructions on when you buy a home, and each state and area is different. So what I've done is I've broken it down. So there's fees and registrations, inspections, other, utilities, communication, insurance, and tax and rates. So this is the main dashboard. And then I've broken it down into, so fees and registrations, home loan application, valuation, mortgage registration, title, loan fee, and conveyancing. So each one of those has a cost, and in total this envelope needs $5,950, which is staggering when you think about it. And then these are the really cool envelopes that I made to go with it. So, and then each category has it. So then we've got inspections is pest, building and survey report, and then the matching envelope. Then you've got other, which is miscellaneous and emergency. That's my shiitake mushroom envelope. Utilities. So when we move, I would like to have 3 months worth of the bills saved up so that we don't have to worry about it as we transition from renting to a mortgage. So for gas it will be $300, for electricity it will be $1,200, and for water it will be $120. So that's utilities. Communication is our phone and internet, same thing, 3 months worth. Insurance will be home and contents. Taxes and rates, so it will be rates and then taxes. Now taxes I'm not sure we pay, because if you borrow under a certain amount you don't pay land taxes, but I'm not quite sure, so I thought I would put it in there just in case and see what happens. So so that's my home binder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to match it with this savings challenge. So I'm going to do $5 for each icon with a goal of $200. And I'm going to start saving for this one. When it gets full, I'm going to transition the money from this one into my home binder and just slowly tick that money away. And as I meet a goal, I can just cross it off or put a tick to let me know that I've achieved it, and slowly work our way through it. So I thought that was hopefully going to motivate me and keep me on track to saving for our home. So that is it today. I'm sorry that this is a bit of a long one. Thank you so much for watching. I will have everyone's information linked down below. Please head on over to their channel, say hello, let them know I sent you. Let's support as many of these channels as we can. Remember to live, laugh, love, and when life gets hard, just roll it in glitter. Bye guys.